Today we are learning about finding the volume of pyramids and cones. Okay, a cone is like a pyramid with a circular base, and a pyramid either has a base with a triangle or a rectangle. So, what we're going to do is we're going to it still follows the formula, the area of the base times the height, no matter what you're looking for the volume of what shape. So on our triangular pyramid, this is a triangular pyramid because it's got a triangle base. And you know that because all the sides are triangles. So we take 1/2, and the base is what would be sitting on the floor here. So it's 4 times 7. 4 times 7 is 28. Half of 28 is 14. And then we're going to take that by the height of the prism. This is the height of the prism. It's from the tip of the pyramid down to the center of the base. And that is 6. And then we're going to take 14. Now, a pyramid, a triangular pyramid, is 1/3 of a rectangular prism. So, while we're doing base times height, we actually have to divide it by 1/3 because it's 1/3 of a rectangular prism. So we have to divide by 3 and we get 28. Okay? So just like we divide a triangle by 2 because it's half of a rectangle, we divide a pyramid by 3 because it's 1/3 of a rectangular prism. Same thing with a cone. A cone is basically a pyramid, it just has a circular base. So we're going to take 1/3 once we do our base times height. So, on this one, we have a base of a circle with a radius of 3, so we take pi r squared. 3 squared is 9 pi. And then we take that times the height of 10. So we're going to take 9 times 10 and get 90, and take 1/3 of it and get 30 pi. And then we're going to multiply 30 by 3.14 and get 94.2. So we're going to use 3.14 for pi. So remember, you always find the volume by doing the area of the base times the height, but you have to remember that pyramids are 1/3 of a rectangular pyramid or prism, so you have to divide your answer by 3. A cone has a radius of 3 feet and a height of 4 feet. Explain whether tripling the height would have the same effect on the volume of the cone as tripling the radius. So the cone looks like this. Boop, boop. There's a radius of 3 and a height of 4. Okay? So this is like the problem we did yesterday with the juice box, or whenever we did that problem. So we take the original dimensions, 1/3, because it's a cone and it's the 1/3 of a rectangular prism, pi times 3 squared, because that's radius, times 4. And when we multiply pi times 9, because this is really 9, right, times 4, and divide it by 3, we get 37.68. So that's the volume of the original cone. Now they're saying triple the height. So we're going to multiply our height of 4 by 3, and we're going to get 12. Our radius is still 3 squared, which is 9, so we're going to take 3.14 times 9 times 12 and divide it by 3 and get 113.04. And then we're going to triple the radius. When we triple the radius, we have to do 3 times 3, which is 9 squared, and 9 squared equals 81. Okay, so we take 3.14 times 81 times 4 and then divide it by 3 and get 339.12. Now, explain whether tripling the height would have the same effect on the volume of the cone as tripling the radius. When the height of the cone is tripled, the volume is tripled. When the radius is tripled, the volume becomes 9 times the original volume, which you can get by doing 339.12 divided by 37.68, and that equals 9. The pyramid of something in Mexico is a square pyramid. Its height is 24 meters and its base has 55-meter sides. Find the volume of the pyramid. So this is a square pyramid, which means the base is a square and then it has 4 triangles that meet at a point. So we know that the base has 55-meter sides, right? So the base is 55 squared because a square has all the same lengths. So to find the area, we take 55 times 55, or 55 squared, and get 3,025. Now we have to multiply the 3,025 by the height, which is 24. And because it's a pyramid, it is a third of a rectangular prism, so we have to divide it by 3. So when we multiply 3,025 times 24 and divide it by 3, we get 24,200 meters cubed. Use a calculator to find the volume of a cone to the nearest cubic centimeter if the radius of the base is 15 centimeters and the height is 64 centimeters. Use the pi button on your calculator to find the area of the base. So they do all that, and then they do all that, and then the cone is 15,080. Which all they did was they very confusingly did volume equals 1/3 base times height. Base times height. And then they did 1/3 pi r squared h, which is 3.14. The radius was 15 and the height was 64, and then they multiplied that all together and divided it by 3 and got 15,080. So do this, remember the formula, and that last step to divide by 3.